Alabama, how's everyone doing today? Sorry, I was a little late. I forgot my Whataburger bling. This is the Whataburger Bassmaster Elite. I'm normally your MC, Dave Mercer. Today I'll be Flavored Dave, and I want to thank Whataburger for being our great host here. They are our great title sponsor here this week. Let's hear it for Whataburger, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible job. They had breakfast for all our anglers this morning, everyone that came to take off. A great tournament, and all of these things up on our Yeti hot seat. The angler that wins a bunch of Whataburger swag and also $100,000 of one of the most coveted trophies in professional bass fishing. We go all across the country. We go a lot of places. And I'm going to tell you, this crowd here this week, we've had bigger crowds. We've had louder crowds. But you guys are one of the best crowds we have ever had. To sit out in the sweltering hot conditions, thank you so much. Give yourselves a big round of applause. We are just about ready to start this way, and obviously got to thank Whataburger, but also got to thank our great host community that have us here in Alabama. But we can't do anything until we bring out our weighmaster, our tournament director. I'd like everybody to get real loud. Let me hear it for LT, Lisa Talmadge. Lisa, what a week we have had here, and a tournament that looked like it was a runaway. Cliff Prince left with a 12-pound lead this morning. Some would think insurmountable, and it's going to be a lot closer than what we thought.
It definitely is, because you know how these guys are sandbaggers. You never know. So, but anyway, I do want to say what Dave said. Thank you so much for coming out, because it is so hot out here. We so much appreciate you. I'll be really quick so we can get started, but I do want to thank our host, Visit Decatur, because without them we couldn't do this. I want to thank Don Dukenmeyer, a.k.a. Donnie D. Where are you? Thank you so much for all your help. We do appreciate you. Also, I want to thank all the volunteers, my volunteer coordinator, Daryl High with the Alabama Bass Nation, the Bass staff. I know sitting out in those boats, all the camera guys, how hot it is. Everyone's worked so hard in this heat, so big thank you. Let's give all of them a round of applause. And another person that I have on speed dial is the Alabama Conservation Officer, Kyle Warsham. Thank you so much, Kyle. I appreciate all your help and taking all my calls at 5 in the morning and at 9 at night. So thank you so much. And again, thank you, and thanks for the hospitality.
I'll let you get the scales set up, and you guys know how this works. When I spin this towel, I need you to get really loud. Are you guys ready to start this weigh-in? We got cameras all around here. Everybody wants to be an FS1. We were on Big Fox here today, and we got cameras all around here. I need you guys, sometimes ask for 30 seconds, but it's very hot. I need 10 seconds of absolute insanity. Can you do that for me? 1, 2, 3. This is the Whataburger Bassmaster Elite. It is stop 6 of the 2024 Bassmaster Elite Series. Are you guys ready? No. It is Championship Sunday. You got to do better than that. Are you ready? Let's get ready to weigh 'em. Who do we got first? Fishing his very first Championship Sunday here in his rookie season. He's an Elite Series rookie, but already made $1 million casting for bass. His first Championship Sunday in his home state. Get loud for Logan Parks. Logan Parks making his first Championship Sunday, and I'm going to predict first of many. Part of that incredible rookie class here this year. Let's see if he can load our Yeti hot seat. Needs 18 pounds, 15 ounces. Started the day with 46 pounds and 15 ounces. Looking for 18, 15. 15 pounds, 12 ounces. He moves into second place with 62 pounds and 11 ounces. A good tournament, whatever way you look at it. His very first championship Sunday, and he did it in his home state of Alabama. Logan, your first championship Sunday, and man, you had a bunch of family around you at takeoff this morning. It was awesome to see the support that you have everywhere we go, but got to feel special, always special. The firsts are always special, and this is what I'm predicting, your first of many championship Sundays.
Yeah, dude, it's truly an honor to be here. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Idling out this morning, I started crying a little bit. It just choked up just from this moment, that I've always dreamed of, being here on the Elite Series and actually competing and being in the top 10. It's truly a dream come true, and I just got to thinking about how I really used to be a kid that fished in high school that had no clue what he was doing, and here I am today. It's just a blessed week, man. I had a lot of fun this week, caught a lot of fish. If you saw today, it was a struggle again, and I ended up catching them all in about 15-20 minutes in this afternoon. And the Berkeley dime crankbait was huge for me this week. It's just throwing that thing, the dime 6 and the dime 10, up shallow on those bars and burning it as fast as I could. And when they locked it up, it was a lot of fun.
That was the key bait. Got it done all week long?
Yeah, I mixed up the Berkeley dime as well as the Maxent hitworm on a shaky head. When it slowed down, I'd pick that shaky head up, and I actually caught some pretty big ones yesterday on the shaky head. But for the most part, it was all the crankbait. But got to give a huge shout out to my family, Caitlin, all of her family. I mean, we got a huge cheering section over there, and I'm just so blessed. I couldn't do what I do without all of you, especially my dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Thank you for always believing in me, supporting me. I love you so much.
Great message. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and a great finish this week for Logan Parks. Alabama, we got another one. Let's keep him rolling. No stranger to rolling into weigh-ins. At the beginning of this year, he weighed in the biggest bass ever caught on Bassmaster Live, and he backed that up by winning the biggest event there is to win in professional bass fishing. He's the 2024 Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic Champion from Alabama. Hamner time, Justin Hamner. Started the day with 47 pounds and 5 ounces. Needs 18 pounds, 9 ounces to load the Yeti hot seat.
27 pounds.
5 fish here today. 11 pounds, 5 ounces. He moves into third place. Unfortunately, there will be no confetti angels today, but it's good to see your family, and it's good to see your daughter, who was the star of the Classic, really, the hit of the Classic.
She was. I won it just so she could, spread her excellence. Whew, that was rough out there today. I don't know if y'all been in this Alabama heat or not, but it's not fun.
It looked like the first 2 days of competition were a lot easier. Yesterday you had a battle with a 7-year-old on the shore, and today, well, it looked like you were battling with all sorts of things. Every time we checked in on you actually caught an entire spool of line, it looked like, from the bottom. I mean, so clearly you were fishing an area that gets fished a lot.
I told you on day one I was fishing probably the biggest community hole on this lake, and that 7-year-old was there again this morning. Yesterday he was using live bait. This morning he kind of made it even, and he still whooped me, but it's how it goes. It was a fun week. This was the tournament I was worried about. We got Smith Lake next. I'm really looking forward to that one. I hope this crowd gets to come down there. I don't get to do this very often because all these other states don't get it, but Roll Tide. That's awesome. I don't want to hear that. Well, happy Father's Day to everybody out there, especially my dad. I wouldn't be standing on the stage without him. And everybody, all y'all dads, take your kid fishing. Keep them out of trouble. Take them fishing. You never know what could happen.
You have a lot to be proud of at this event, not just a top 10 finish, but you moved into second place in our Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. You're going to Smith. You've already told us how excited you are. 2 northern events after that, but dude, you were 3 stops away from not just being our reigning Bassmaster Classic champion, but winning Angler of the Year in the same season.
It's been a good year. My goodness. My wife's pregnant. That's pretty awesome. Gosh, this whole year has just been so phenomenal. I mean, I don't know what to say. Don't make me cry again.
All right, I won't make you cry, but we might as the season moves on. Let's hear it from Alabama. It does you proud all year long. And let's get our next angler rolling this way. He's a former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year. He is a two-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a member of the Bassmaster Century Club, an Elite Series champion from Wisconsin. Get loud for Przekurat. "48 pounds and 5 ounces, still trying to load our Yeti hot seat. Had 48 pounds and 5 ounces. Looking for 17 pounds and 9 ounces to load our Yeti hot seat here today. "16 pounds, 4 ounces, just 1 pound, 5 ounces short of the overall lead. But deserves to be celebrated, digging deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Nitro Mercury Pro, Przekurat. "64 pounds and 9 ounces, sitting in second place. Going to weigh this one for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Definitely going to take it over for the day. Not for the tournament. 7-9 for the tournament. That one 5-1 for the day. So you're leading that right now. And a great finish here. And we're going to Smith next, which I imagine can set up well for you, but then 2 northern stops after that I'm sure you're looking forward to.
Yeah, the goal coming here was to do well, stay good in points, stay into that classic contention. Everything I've wanted out of this tournament pretty much happened. Making a top 10 is way beyond expectations. Caught that big one today. You know, I had some fun out there this week. I caught a lot of my fish dragging worms, a striking finesse worm, a filler worm, or a Zeus worm. Pretty much rotated between 3 different worms, a shaky head, a drop shot, and a Texas rig. You can't go wrong with a worm on this lake. I learned that this week. And if you don't have a chance, go check out Whitewater's clothing. Out here this week, I mean, it's been brutal. I mean, they got some new stuff that's coming out that's pretty legit. I highly recommend going and checking it out. Other than that, hi to everybody back home. Happy Father's Day to my dad. He's actually pre-fishing for a walleye tournament right now at home up in Green Bay. So good luck to him this week, and hopefully he does just as well as I did.
A great tournament. You got to be proud about your finish here, and we look forward to seeing you at Smith Lake. Let's keep him rolling. Only his second season on the Bassmaster Elite Series. He's a former Northern Opens Angler of the Year, a former Junior World Bassmaster World Champion. This is his 3rd top 10 and his 2nd in 2024. From Connecticut, Alex Wetherell. Alex Wetherell had 49 pounds and 2 ounces to start the day. Looked like he was hooked up every time we saw him on Bass Live. He's looking for 16-12 to load our Yeti hot seat. 5 fish here today, 17 pounds, 11 ounces. A brand new leader in Alex Wetherell with 66 pounds, 13 ounces, and his 3rd championship Sunday in only his 2nd season. And as I said, the 2nd one in 2024. So 2024 working out pretty good for you, and it seems like you're hitting your groove here in the Elite Series.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, like you said, I was hooked up a lot today. I had so much fun. And, I mean, first and foremost, I just want to just give glory to God and just thank him, you know, for the platform that I have. You know, I think it's awesome that I'm in the position that I am. I don't take it for granted, and I know that it's not about me. It's about, you know, who I can reach with the platform that he's given, and so just want to thank him for that.
Great words. You really were hooked up every time we saw you. I mean, you sat in one spot for a lot of it, and literally it was cast after cast. You cycled through a bunch of different baits, it looked like. How did you catch them this week? What were the key baits?
First off, this is awesome.
Well, you're leading, so I'm going to allow you to have it. You can have the bling because I've had enough of it, really. It's quite hot. So there you go. You can have the bling. Now, if you don't win this, you don't get to keep the bling, so just enjoy it while you got it.
So I'll enjoy it for about 30 seconds then. All right, fair enough. Yeah, you know what was cool was that day 1 and 2, I caught a lot of fish on a jig with a Capperlin Ubari craw, and I was just dragging it along some shell beds and some offshore stuff that I had. And then I started to kind of transition myself into the grass days 3 and 4, and I started throwing a 10-inch worm. And I've never before this event thrown a worm that's 10 inches or bigger. And then yesterday, I was joking around with the camera guy, and I don't even know where I got them from. I have 4 16-inch worms. I only have 4 of them. And I catch a 4-pounder on one of them. And so today, I get onto the spots, and I'm catching them, but I keep catching like sub 3-pounders. Whip out the 16-inch worm, and I start catching 310, 4. And so I really enjoy fishing a big worm now.
You had 4 of them in total.
4 in total, and I have my last one on the deck. Seigo wanted to take it for the Japanese magazine, and I said, no way.
No way.
No way.
Or are you going to bring more maybe to the future events?
Yeah, I'm going to have to put a little big worm arsenal together now.
All right. I look forward to seeing how it works out. Don't go anywhere. He's going to load our Yeti hot seat. It's probably a little extra hot this week, so I'll give you a water, and let's keep him rolling. Another Alabama angler. He's another member of the incredible 2024 Elite Series rookies, qualified through the Bassmaster EQ Opens last year, and this is his 2nd Championship Sunday here at his rookie season. From Alabama, get loud for Wesley Gore. Wesley Gore, as I said, part of this incredible rookie class, and he has shown he is going to be a big part of the Elite Series for many years to come. Had 49 pounds, 4 ounces to start the day. He's got 5 fish, looking for 17.10 to load the Yeti hot seat. 13 pounds, 10 ounces. Gives him in 4th place with 62 pounds, 14 ounces. Another big finish for this young rookie from Alabama. He represents your state all year long. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Wesley Gore. So Alex Wetherell gets to keep the seat and the bling for a little while longer. And Wesley Gore, man, this is your 2nd Championship Sunday of your rookie season. And, hey, you were 1 spot away from making it your 3rd, because at your first event, just missed it by 1 spot. This rookie class is incredible, and you're a big part of it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it now. I'm glad I got it done in Alabama. I mean, I couldn't appreciate enough the people that came out and supported me. It was awesome out there. There was always somebody around me. I know I didn't catch them too good today, but at least we went out there and caught 5, and I appreciate everybody coming out. I want to say thank you to all the fathers. It's Father's Day, and especially my dad, because if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here today. So he gave me the opportunity to go out there and chase this dream, and here we are.
Great words and words to live by. Let's hear it for all the dads. Happy Father's Day. Let me know how you caught him this week. What was the arsenal? Was it one thing, or was it a variety?
A variety. Everybody's giving me a hard time because I was always telling them I wouldn't get a bite every day, and I really didn't know. I was just running around junk fishing. I was fishing shell, I was fishing grass, fishing stumps, up shallow. I didn't have one place. It turned into it after the first day. I ended up having a place that had several on it, and I'd go there and catch a few. That's the place I was sharing with Prosnick, and we went there today, and I thought I was going to line them up, but I don't know what happened. They're all gone. So we run around, scrapped up 13 pounds, and getting out here with good points.
Great points, a great payday, and keep this great season rolling. And let's get our next angler rolling this way. It is his 3rd season on the Bassmaster Elite Series. This is his 2nd Championship Sunday. From Blue Ash, Ohio, Alex Redwine. Made a top 10 last year at Lake Champlain. This is first top 10 in the South. And a good one, because both him and his roommate, Jay Przekurat, made the top 10 here this week. So a good week for the house. Had 49 pounds and 6 ounces to start the day. 5 fish to add to that here today. He needs 17 pounds, 8 ounces. 8 pounds, 6 ounces, moves into 7th place with 57 pounds, 12 ounces. But another Championship Sunday deserves to be celebrated. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Alex Redwine. So a tough final day, but hey, if it's going to be a tough day, this might as well be it. And you were in a situation where you might as well swing, and because our tournament leader had such a big lead.
Yeah, I can't complain with this week at all. I mean, in the beginning of the year, if you were going to tell me I was going to top 10 in an event, I would have not have picked Wheeler Lake. The second day, I had 19.5 pounds. That just kind of blew me away. I wasn't expecting that at all. I mean, me and Jay, I mostly give it up for Jay. He kind of stumbled upon something, and I happened to stumble upon him on day 2. And then from there, we just kind of that's what got us here pretty much. But just super happy with how it went. Today, I was just like, I just want to have fun today. So I went and beat the bank for a little bit, just messed around. Most of the damage this week came on either a crankbait, Berkeley dredger, or when things really slowed down, I was dragging a Berkeley hitworm, just inching it across the bottom, and it wasn't very exciting at all, but it got the job done thus far. Just want to say hi to everyone back home. Today's Father's Day. If you got a father or a father figure around, like, tell them you love them, tell them you appreciate them. I mean, the reason that I'm up here fishing for a living is because of my dad. He's the one that introduced me into fishing. I owe it all up to him, and if you're a father and you got a kid that's interested in the outdoors or fishing, like, encourage them, get them out on the water, buy them a pole, take them down to the pond or do something, because you'll never know where it's gonna end up. You know, like I had this dream of fishing on this platform and qualifying for the elites, and my parents were both right behind me. So it's been super cool, just this journey so far, and we're a little over halfway through the season and top 10. I mean, let's just keep it going.
A great season and great events ahead. Let's hear it for him. One of them where you made a cut last year, so you got to be looking forward to Champlain. And it's so weird. I'm just looking at you, and I remember when you showed up here a few years ago, you were the youngest angler in the Elite Series. And with the rookie class we have this year, you must feel like you're rapidly aging.
I don't want to feel like that, but I mean, I'm still just a 24-year-old kid just chasing a dream. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, this dream kind of came about a little bit quicker than I thought. I qualified when I was 21, I think. So it's been pretty crazy. But yeah, that's what me and Jay joked about. We were like, before this event, we got 2 more events, and then the rest of the season is very, very fun. So we got 1 more event now, and hopefully the rest of the season is very, very fun.
Well, it's been great having you here. Look forward to seeing you at Smith. Let's hear it for him. You thought you only got the bling for 30 seconds, but I mean, you might get cozy here.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. You know, it's kind of heavy on my neck, so I kind of want to give it up at some point, but I'm enjoying it.
It's very powerful, though. It looks powerful. Now that I see how powerful it looks on you, I feel bad for giving it up, to be honest. Let's get our next angler rolling this way. He is another Elite Series rookie, a former Strike King College Bass champion, a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, an Elite Series rookie, but already an Elite Series champion from Union City, Tennessee, John Garrett. Took an Elite Series win at our 3rd stop of his rookie season this year. Started the day with 51 pounds and 10 ounces. He needs 15 pounds, 4 ounces, needs 15.4 to take the lead. Needs 15.4, 16 pounds, 15 ounces, and John Garrett is leading the Whataburger Bassmaster Elite at Wheeler Lake, digging deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag. Let's hear it for Team Yamaha's John Garrett. And with that, we say goodbye to Alex Wetherell, and we say hello to John Garrett, and he gets the bling. Man, a great tournament here this week and a great season. It really, you know, sometimes people say, oh, I'm talking about the rookies too much, but, I mean, you guys make it hard not to talk about you because every single cut there is, every top 10, I think the least we've had is 2 to 3 rookies in the top 10. And you're a big part of that rookie class, already a win this year, man. This season has been pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's been a blessed year. I could not have asked for any better start. I mean, I was kind of worried coming into the season with the first 2 years of points being so important, but, man, it's been an awesome year. Harris Chain was kind of a dream come true, and finally get a summertime TVA Tennessee River tournament. I loved it, man. The first day was really important for me. I caught a big bag early, and I was able to just look around the rest of the day, and I was able to stumble on what I caught fish on the next 3 days. In practice, I focused mainly on shallow shell beds, and that just completely went away with how hot it got. And all those fish kind of transitioned to low spots and grass. And I just got really fortunate and stumbled on that that first day of the tournament, and that kind of led me through the entire, the rest second through the fourth day. And it's been a blessed year and definitely a blessed week. My granddad is right there holding that phone, happy Father's Day to him. He grew me up in the outdoors, fishing, hunting, and him and my grandmother are here. My wife and baby over there, so my first Father's Day as well. She's only 11 months old, but I swore I heard her say Happy Father's Day like 10 times at midnight. It was the craziest thing. Maybe it was her crying. I'm not sure. Had a couple other my friends come from Union City, Austin and Brennan over there. Good week. And, man, it was fun. And it was really cool today. We had a few clouds and some wind. And, man, awesome week.
Awesome week. Key baits that you caught them on this week, or was it one bait or a variety?
It was a red worm and a bigger red worm. I caught all my fish on plum worms and red bug. And, whether there's a shaky head or a 10.5-inch worm, Texas rigged, they were just not reacting to moving baits for me whatsoever. I'm really used to triggering bites like that, but it was more so me getting the bait in the middle of fish and literally barely moving it. So it was a fun week. Caught them on a big line and a big rod. So, man, good time this week.
Great tournament. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Your tournament leader, Skeeter Yamaha Pro John Garrett. And let's get this next angler rolling this way. He's a 9-time FLW Tour winner, a 6-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a 2-time Bassmaster winner, a former Forest Wood Cup, and he won it right here. He returns from DeBerry, Florida. Get loud for John Cox. The only angler in the field without forward-facing sonar on his boat at such a technical time in the sport. He is doing it his way, and he did that this week. Had 52 pounds and 9 ounces started today. Needs 16-1 to take the lead here on Championship Sunday. Looking for 16 pounds and an ounce. 5 fish, 17 pounds, 15 ounces. 17-15. And once again, Cox rocks a Wheeler, and he is leading the Whataburger Bassmaster Elite at Wheeler Lake. Get loud for John Cox. With that, we say goodbye to John Garrett, and we say hello to John Cox. Great job by John Garrett. And, John, you at the most technical time in the sport, where everybody is talking about technology and how many graphs they have on, you're doing it your way, and I'm here for it, man.
Man, I enjoyed this tournament so much. When I saw it on the schedule, I was really like, oh my gosh, it's going to be tough. And like, we caught them this week. Everybody caught them really well. And it was amazing being able to go in there and get 20 fish out of that one little area. I was grinding. I wasn't getting a lot of bites, and when I would get one, it would catch me off guard. But just getting one of those bites, I was like, oh man, that was worth it for, it made my day, So, man, it was awesome week. And, I hope we get to come back. Hope we get to come back. This place is full of fish. It's doing really well right now. And, I got to tell my dad Happy Father's Day and Happy Birthday. Yeah, he's got them both on the same day. So that's, thanks, Dad, and appreciate it. Yeah, he's always, when I would make a top 10, I'd be like, Dad, I got a top 10. And he was always like, but you didn't win, so it always like pushes me harder and harder. But I'm totally fine with how the week went. It could have went really rough, how the fishing was tough in some other areas. But, it was a good week.
On behalf of the crew at Bass Live, we loved watching you. You didn't throw a lot of baits this week. You threw one bait. What makes that bait? It's dominating tournaments coast to coast, it seems. What makes that bait stand out?
And I mean, I thought the same thing. I didn't think, I was thinking a frog's a frog, but then, Bobby Lane did a lot of work on it. The guys at Spirit Lake did a lot of work on it. And, I mean, they just did little small things to it that made it act just a little bit different. And it just gets bites. I mean, that's the thing. You throw it out there, it gets bites. I mean, I caught some in just complete open water when I got it away from the mat, where, I mean, the water's clean and they like it. Whatever they did to it, I mean, they did a lot of work on it. And, man, it's a great frog. I mean, I honestly don't have any more. So I kind of looked at Tackle Warehouse and they were all gone. So yeah, I don't know if some of my buddies might have some. I might need to borrow a couple.
I'm sure you got some buddies at Berkeley that'll hook you up with a few Swamp Lords. More importantly, you showed a lot of concern this week about the area you were fishing. You said under those hydro wires, you were a little concerned. Your rod tip buzzed every time you held it up. Do you think you survived this tournament, or will there be long-term damage?
Yeah, I don't know. I would start to lose it, but I don't know if it was the 1,000 casts I was making with no bites. But yeah, it was kind of weird. Like you'd hear it buzzing, and as soon as I'd lift the rod tip up, it would even get louder. And I mean, I heard it in my sleep last night buzzing. So hopefully that goes away, and we'll be all right.
He's leading this tournament. He's going to load our hot seat. Let's hear it for John Cox. And let's roll our next angler this way. He is a two-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, has one of the most unique records in professional bass fishing, won an entire division of Costa tournaments and the championship. His family showed up from Del Rio, Texas. Get loud for Ray Hanselman Jr. Oh, boy, this is a big bag of fish, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you can sit down for a minute? Well, it's not done yet. Look at the size of this bag. Good golly, somebody went to Piggly Wiggly and came back with a whole sack full. 5 fish here today. He's already given them the bling. He needs 16 pounds, 14 ounces. 23 pounds, 5 ounces, 23.5. And Ray Hanselman Jr. is leading the Whataburger Bassmaster Elite with a Crush City Monster Bag of the Day. Boom, shakalaka, giant bass. Gonna weigh one of those for Phoenix Boats at Big Bass. I'd say it's gonna take it over. Needs to be better than 5'1". You guys think it's bigger than 5'1"? £5 pounds, 1 ounce. That's not the right one. There's a bigger one. The other one was bigger, no? Maybe they're just all 5s. Just shoddy little 5s. Needs to be better than 5'1". 5 pounds, 3 ounces. See, you guys were right. You guys were right. Keen eye with this Alabama crowd. Man, a big day. You got the Whataburger bling on there. You said on day one of this tournament you want to win. As a Texas guy, you want to win this Whataburger event. And you were one angler away from doing that, man. You kind of talked this morning at takeoff. You didn't have a lot of pressure on you because of the big lead that Cliff Prince had. But, man, the pressure's on Cliff right now.
No, I think he's got me. He had such a big lead going into this thing. Either way, it's been a great tournament. You know, I lived and died today on that shell bar. There's a gizzard shad spawn going on in the mornings, and it just, those fish go nuts for a while, and then they kind of have to scrap it around for a little bit. But the first 2 days, there were so many 2 and 3 pounders that the big ones didn't get a chance to bite. And finally, I weeded through those yesterday and today. There were some bigger fish in there that actually get to the bait first, and it was great. You know, I had the grass deal going, and I did that just a little bit today, but not much, because I never caught a 5 pounder out of the grass. I caught several 3s and 4s, but I'm just thrilled and happy to be here in Decatur. Y'all been a great host city, and this is one of the best fisheries on the Tennessee River. They can have Gunnersville and Pickwick. This is right here. This is the deal.
It's great to hear that, because you know what? There would be a lot of people at the beginning of the week saying that this is not that, but it definitely was that for you. And for to have this big day on Championship Sunday, did you change something, or did it just line up right?
No, I didn't change anything really. Like I said, I just feel like I weeded enough of those smaller fish out of the way that was what was left was the big ones. They would get to the bait first finally, and because they were wound up, bait wouldn't even get to the bottom. The first 2 days I could catch them on a big hair jig or something like that, but they kind of got wise to it, and then that slow dragging that big worm on the bottom was key the last yesterday and today. So that's really the only change I made. I made one cast this morning with that treble hook, big square bill, that big 6-cent square bill, and one nipped it, and I reeled it in real fast, dropped it, and picked up a worm and started fishing, and caught them ever since.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, whatever way it goes down. Your family traveled in from Del Rio, Texas, and one way or another on Father's Day, we're going to have a great father become our champion here.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm sure proud that they're here. But anyway, you always do that, man.
They traveled in. I just mentioned they were here.
No, that's good stuff. No. I just got a shout out to Corey Wisman with Bullseye Services. I mean, that's another one. I mean, without him, I couldn't do this. And Skeeter Yamaha, Renault tackle, 6 cents. I mean, it's sorry about that. It takes a tribe to make this train roll. So here we go.
Don't ever apologize about that. Let's hear it for your tournament leader, Ray Hanselman Jr. 9 down and 1 to go. Let's get him rolling this way. A 14-year Bassmaster Elite Series veteran. 3 times he's been in the top 3. He has been so close before. 15 Bassmaster top 10s. A 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. The Prince of Palatka from Palatka, Florida, Cliff Prince. We're going to get both these great anglers and great fathers side by side here. He started the day with 65 pounds and 13 ounces. 5 fish here today. His toughest day of the tournament by far. He is looking for 11 pounds and 4 ounces. $15 pounds, 2 ounces. 15-2. And the Prince of Palatka prevails on Wheeler Lake. Get loud. The Prince of Palatka prevails on Wheeler Lake. His toughest day of the tournament. But what a week he has had. And man, you have been so close so many times before. Oh, wait, you get the bling there. There you go. You have been so, I mean, it's fitting for a prince to be wearing that bling like that. You have been so close so many times in the past. I mean, you have honestly had heartbreak. I saw you this morning, and you told me I didn't sleep last night. Before you even told me, I knew you didn't sleep last night.
Me, did you? You can look at my eyes, couldn't you?
So much pressure, but man, you were tested here today, and everybody wants to see a champion tested. Maybe not you, maybe not your family, but this was your toughest day. Every day you stopped fishing by 9:30, but today the voices in your head must have started talking.
Yeah, man. When I caught that first one, I'm like, yep, it's fixing to happen. And then it was all downhill from there. But, I mean, I knew if I just kept at it, and then I made a big loop out there, and I give that area a break, and I come back, and I said if I can just catch one more good, solid keeper. And I caught that 3-pounder, and I'm like, man, somebody's going to really have to have a good day, like I had yesterday. And, fortunately, I had the bites today and pulled it out. If I wouldn't have, I'd have still been just as happy for Ray. I hate it was him that I had to beat, but hey, if you got to win one, you got to beat somebody.
Sure do, and man, you have worked for it. You look at how many Elite Series pros are standing here watching weigh-in at an event that so many people have gone home. I mean, it's Father's Day. That says a lot, man. It's been a long time since I've seen the amount of people that are like, it's Prince's time. I mean, that has to feel so good to have so much in a competitive environment. I mean, everybody, no matter what sport you want, watch. People want to beat the other guy. I don't know that everybody wanted to see you get beat here today, Cliff.
Hey, man, I've been here doing this a long time. It doesn't seem that long, but and I've had some heartbreaks. But I've been here with bells on. It didn't matter who won. I always congratulated them, even if they beat me. And I'm just glad to win this one.
You ready to make this official?
I am.
He's been waiting a long time. Let's make it official. I'd like to welcome Jeff Altman, the Director of Marketing from Whataburger, to do the handoff. Cliff Prince prevails. The Whataburger Bassmaster Elite at Wheeler Lake belongs to Cliff Prince. Get loud. The Prince of Palatka prevails on Wheeler Lake. Cliff Prince prevails here on Wheeler Lake. What a tournament you have fished, and man, you don't do anything alone. You are one of the great families of this sport. I mean, your family has literally grown up on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and they couldn't see you be alone here on Father's Day. So let's bring them all out here right now, and let's see the whole Prince family celebrate. This family has worked so hard and so long for this moment. Cliff Prince prevails and becomes a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. A full family affair and a happy Father's Day it is. One more time, let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. The Prince of Palatka prevails. Cliff Prince wins the Whataburger Bassmaster Elite on Wheeler Lake. And forever, he is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Oh, I'm going to give you a second to get your thoughts. I'm going to ask your wife. I mean, you have been there. I've seen you guys. You guys were a lot smaller a lot of times when I saw you, but you've seen, I mean, so many times when everybody thought it was his time and weird things would happen. How much does this mean to you see him standing there finally holding that trophy?
It means so much that I totally changed my whole routine. I was laid in bed the first morning of the tournament, and I was like, I'm just going to get a few more minutes of sleep. And then he left me. So, of course, I had to stay back and be left every single morning, even this morning when I wanted so bad to be here for him. But we are so excited for him. We are so proud of him and just, woo!
Cliff, real quick, I gotta ask, how did you catch him this week? And we're going to do a little sponsor work. What baits were you using?
I caught most of my fish that I weighed this week on a jackhammer chatterbait, and I had a little boss swim bait from B.A.S.S Assassin on it. Without B.A.S.S Assassin, I couldn't be here. They've been tried and true with me from the get-go, and I couldn't do it without them. And there's a lot of sponsors that I need to thank, but Gravely for one. I mean, they've been with me for 3 or 4 years now, and like I say, I can't do it without my sponsors. I can't thank them all, but hey, you guys, if y'all can support these guys that support us, please do.
You're a great man and a great champion, and it is a very, very happy Father's Day here today. I'll let you hold it up one more time. I'll adorn the chain for you so we can give those sponsors all a little love. One more time. Cliff Prince wins the Whataburger Bassmaster Elite at Wheeler Lake.